What about what Ali had to endure in order to win championships? In order to be...
I'm going through the same thing in today's time. What are you talking about?
How is what you're going through, how does that equate? Explain, because I'm just curious. How does that equate? So Ali, refusing to enter, to go into the Vietnam War, to represent his country in the armed services, to being ostracized throughout this country, you understand, because of it. In those times,
so you're gonna say,
in the immediate aftermath of the Civil Rights era, how does that compare?
So Mayweather don't deal with screw.
Oh, I think you do. I think you do. I'm just talking about comparing it to that time.
I don't deal with racism every day. You don't think I deal with racism every day? Well, you don't think I go through this every day? Me?
I think you go through it. But what I'm saying is that we do live in a different time. That's all I mean by that. We do live in a different time.
And guess what? It's easier to get to. Guess what? It's different because you know why? Everyone sees it now. Back then, only a certain few could see it. Now the world sees it. Now the world sees whatever goes out. Whatever anybody write, anybody say, the world sees it.
All right, Floyd Mayweather on racism. Stephen A., help me out here. He didn't really say what he actually endures. Mm-hmm. Your take on his thoughts on how he deals with racism, as does Ali.
Regardless of what Floyd chooses to or fails to elaborate on when he's talking about racism, Skip, obviously when we think about what Ali went through, we lived in a different time.
Sure.
Obviously, he was somebody that refused to enter the Vietnam War, and you know what the residue of that impact was. But what Floyd is talking about is two parts.